to multiply with an area model. Somewhere, somebody got the bright idea that knowing that area equals length times width, we can use this method to multiply any two numbers. They could be whole numbers or fractions or decimals. Today we're going to talk only about whole numbers. And since you know from fourth grade that area is length times width, we are going to use this all through fifth grade. This is not the most efficient way of multiplying numbers together, but it is an alternative way, and you will face this in other grades, so I'm going to teach it to you, and it actually helps you understand multiplication just a little bit better rather than always using the steps to the algorithm. You do this, multiply 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's great, and I will be doing that, but today we're going to talk about an area model. So we're going to always be using a rectangle, and this is kind of cool. Again, you have extensive notes on this, so just listen and try and understand, and you can follow along in the notes if I've already given them to you. So when we multiply with an area model, and I'm going to use the same example as I'm using in my notes, 57 times 23. So the first step is you break up the factors by place value and you assign them as length and width. It does not matter which is which, okay? So I'm going to put 57 on the top as my width and 23 along the side as my length. So I'm going to break up 57 is equal to 50 plus 7. So along the top, I'm going to put 50 and 7, just like that. See? Now along the side, I'm going to break up 23 into 20 and 3. And then I'm going to draw my lines to represent my numbers. Now, there is no measuring needed here. It's an estimate. It doesn't really matter. So you can see that represents 50, that represents 7. And then I'm going to do the same thing for 23. That represents 20 and that represents 3. Now, using the tens trick that we learned the last time, we are going to find the partial products. In other words, we're going to find the area of all these little triangles that I've now made, or rectangles, oh my goodness. All these rectangles, they are called partial products. Then when we know the area of all these little ones, if we add them all up, we'll have found the area of the whole thing, right? And we can do that easily because now we know the tens trick. So this first one would be 20 times 5. I'm always using length times width. So tens trick says 2 times 5, which is 10, and 2 zeros, which is 1,000. Next, I'm going to do 7 times 20, which is 7 times 2, which is 14, 1 0. Moving down here, I have 50 times 3, which is 5 times 3, which is 15, and 1 0. And then 3 times 7, which is a times table question. So now, all I have to do is add all of these together. Now, how I do this, one little trick, is I just add my columns, my two columns, because I'm going to do that anyway, right? So I have 1,150 plus 161. See how I did that? I used the columns. That just saves me from writing it all over again. And then if I add them together, I get 1, 3. Oh, I get my product. So each of these are partial products, and this is my final product. So 57 times 23 equals 1,311. Oh my gosh, yes. That is how you multiply